Salut, bienvenue à ton tuto de prononciation aujourd'hui. Et là, on va regarder l'enchaînement consonatique. So we're going to look at pronunciation today, and we're looking at how does sort of like this get this chain of consonants? How do words merge together? Because this is really important in terms of communicating and or communicating an idea, because people will listen to you in chunks, and also when you're listening, you're going to listen in chunks as well. So we want to get a sense of how words don't exist as individual islands, but that they sort of like merge into each other, knock onto each other, if you like. That's what l'enchaînement is. First of all, we're going to have a listen to a little clip here. The objective of this is not to necessarily understand what's going on in the clip. It's actually to listen to how things are being pronounced. We'll get a little bit of sense of what it's about, and then we're going to do some l'enchaînement consonatique. Okay, let's have a listen.
Mais avant cela, eh bien, on va vous donner quelques conseils pour mieux organiser ou réorganiser votre intérieur.
Nous ne sommes pas tous égaux face au rangement. Facile et évident pour certains, il est un vrai casse-tête pour d'autres. Quand la tâche paraît insurmontable et que le désordre pèse sur le moral, c'est qu'il est temps de se retrousser les manches et pourquoi pas de se faire aider. Anne Mathieu est justement Home Organizer. Elle vous propose des ateliers collectifs ou des coachings particuliers. Pour les besoins de l'émission, son amie Coralie s'est prêtée au jeu.
Il va falloir que j'enlève tout ce qui n'a rien à faire ici et que je donne, que je jette, que je recycle. Et ça va prendre du temps, mais ça va être beau.
On va refaire le tri, on va redéfinir la bonne fonction à ta pièce pour que tu puisses avancer. Et tu verras en une journée, ce sera place nette.
Okay, horrifying, I find that. Okay, so dans cette émission, so we're just going to get an idea of what it's about. So dans cette émission, so what is it? Pose des questions ou donne des conseils. So in this émission is the program. So give advice. Okay, donne des conseils. Le thème de la vidéo est le rangement, le déménagement. So tidying up, le rangement, ou le déménagement, moving. So tidying up, of course. Chez Coralie, la pièce en désordre est le bureau, le salon, la chambre. So was it the office, the living room, or the bedroom? Difficult, really, to tell, but I think it was the office. And Coralie va ranger la pièce seule avec son amie Anne. So by herself or with her friend Anne. And her friend Anne's going to give her a hand, isn't she? So there we go. So that just gives us an idea of what it's about. But this is what we really want to look at, is how these words are merging together. So these are mixed up sentences, and we're going to rearrange them. Okay, so let's have a listen to the first one.
Face au rangement.
So I'm sure you know how to put that in order, but let me play it one more time for you.
Face au rangement.
So first of all, we've already got the capital, so we know that there. So we'll put that. Oops. Well, sometimes, here we go. So I'm just going to play it again and see if you can listen for the face au rangement, and just see if you can copy the way that she says it as closely as you possibly can. Okay, have a listen.
Face au rangement.
Yeah, good. Because you might have, if you'd heard that, you might have heard it as one word. Face au rangement. What's that word? Yeah, it's obviously three words. Okay, another one.
Il est un vrai casse-tête.
Again.
Il est un vrai casse-tête.
Yeah, if you want to write down what you think they said. Again.
Il est un vrai casse-tête.
So we'll start with the il, obviously. Is that what you got? Oh. I have no control over the words. There we go. Is that what you got? Let's have a, now if you want to copy.
Il est un vrai casse-tête.
Il est un. Are you getting that? Are you noticing that? Because that's what we want to hear. Il est un vrai casse-tête. Il est un vrai casse-tête. All together, isn't it? Okay, let's go for this one.
Se faire aider. Se faire aider.
Okay,
Se faire aider.
well done. All right, and the next one.
Rien à faire ici. Rien à faire ici.
Let's see that again.
Rien à faire ici.
And the last one.
Faut que tu puisses avancer. Faut que tu puisses avancer.
All right, it doesn't even matter if you actually know what these mean, but let's just go through. So face au rangement, so facing up to the tidying up. Il est un vrai casse-tête. Il est un vrai casse-tête. It's a pain. It's a pain, that one. Casse-tête is a pain, a real pain. Se faire aider, to be helped. Rien à faire ici. Nothing, no point to it. Might as well throw it away, meaning. And tu puisses avancer so that you can go forwards, so that you can go forwards. All right, what I'm going to suggest you do is, without looking at the screen, if you've got a pen and paper to hand, just try and write down what you're hearing, okay? So without looking at the screen and what we're seeing on the screen, you could put the video over the screen if you like, over the words, but just go by ear and write down like a dictation what you're hearing, okay? So the first one, have a listen and then write down what you think you heard.
Face au rangement.
So see if you can write that down, what you think you heard, but without looking at the words on the screen. So see if you can do it by your ear.
Face au rangement.
And you're probably noticing when you just listen to it like that, façon, rangement. You say, well, what's a façon? It's not a thing, is it? It's façon, rangement. Okay. Try the next one without looking and just write down what you hear.
Il est un
Pardon.
vrai casse-tête. Il est un vrai casse-tête. Il est un vrai casse-tête.
So what did you feel like went together there?
Il est un vrai casse-tête.
Il est un. Yeah, you're going to hear that all the time, aren't you? Those three words being pronounced like that. Il est un. Il est un vrai casse-tête. So, il est un. Okay, another one.
Se faire aider. Se faire aider.
Se faire aider. Okay, just try and see those, you can get those words worked out. Okay, another one.
Rien à faire ici.
That's a bit more difficult because it's actually the middle of a sentence in a way. So,
Rien à faire ici.
which goes to show that the intonation, is important, because if you had the rien à faire ici, if you had started this sentence with it, you'd have that sort of like rising intonation that you get at the beginning of a sentence, and that would help you. But actually, this is the middle of a sentence. It's more difficult to grasp, I think. But anyway.
Rien à faire ici.
Rien à faire. Rien à faire. That's all like together, isn't it? Rien à faire. Rien à faire ici. And the last one.
Faut que tu puisses avancer.
Faut que tu puisses avancer. Tu puisses avancer. Good. Okay, useful little exercise that. Writing down transcripts of things or listening to dictations is a really good way of helping your listening skills. Okay. Bravo, well done. All right, what's next? So now we're going to listen out for, we've got 6 little recordings here, and we've got to decide, is it one group of words or are there several groups of words in there? All right. So let's play the first one.
Rien à faire ici.
Do you think that's one group of words or 2 groups of words?
Rien à faire ici.
Okay, let's hear the second one.
Facile et évident pour certains.
Votre intérieur. C'est un vrai casse-tête pour d'autres. Face au rangement. C'est qu'il est temps.
Right. So let's see. Are there? Is there one group of words? So, basically, there's one group of words, one chunk, or are there two? Let's see the first one.
C'est qu'il est temps.
C'est qu'il est temps. I'd say that it's one group of words. So put that in there.
Face au rangement.
I'd say that was one group of words. Would you agree with that?
Facile et évident pour certains.
Facile et évident pour certains. I think that's two, because we've got the pour certains is the second group of words.
C'est un vrai casse-tête pour d'autres.
C'est un vrai casse-tête. One group of words. Pour d'autres. Yeah, well done. Well done. Excellent. Starting to hear it, noticing it. Well done.
Votre intérieur.
Let's say that was one. Pour votre intérieur. And
Rien à faire ici.
I think that's one. All right. See if you agree with me. So are these one single group of words?
C'est qu'il est temps. Face au rangement. Votre intérieur. Rien à faire ici.
All right. And are these several groups of words?
Facile et évident pour certains. C'est un vrai casse-tête pour d'autres.
All right. Let's have a check. See if we've got that right or not. Bravo. Très bien. Très bien. Excellent. Okay. So now what we've got to do, what we're going to decide is, are these words running together, enchaînement, or are they not? Pas d'enchaînement. All right. Okay, let's hear the first one.
Votre intérieur.
Okay.
Votre intérieur.
Again,
Votre intérieur.
what do you think? Does that run together or not? I think that does. Okay, next one.
Facile et évident. Facile et évident.
Say no to that one. By the way, and, the T in and never runs into another word, by the way. That you will never say it for and, it's always it.
Sur le moral. Sur le moral. Il est temps. Se faire aider.
And last one.
Je jette.
All right, okay. So, see if you agree with me that these are the ones that run through, these are the ones that are not running together, okay? It's quite difficult, I think. But anyway, just see if you agree with that.
Votre intérieur.
So we're saying votre intérieur, that's running together. It's almost like when we say run together, it sounds like one word. Votre intérieur, okay?
Facile et évident.
That sounds more separate, don't you think? Facile et évident.
Sur le moral. Il est temps. Se faire aider. Je jette.
All right, let's see if I've got these right or not. Apparently that's an enchaînement. Okay, facile et évident. Très bien, très bien. So another thing for you to bear in mind when you're thinking about your French or to listen out for, I think the really key thing in there is noticing the chunks of words that go together, the groups of words, and remembering that words don't live in isolation when they're spoken. They might do on a page, but they're not when they're spoken, which is why everybody says, oh, I can read it much better. Yeah, but when it's spoken, they're going to react to each other and respond to each other in a sentence, as they do in English, of course. So it's just noticing how that works. Bon, bah, merci beaucoup et puis, bah, à bientôt alors. Merci, merci. Au revoir.